Hey Capricorn, how you doing? Welcome to the Crow Tarot. We're going to be doing your second half of May general reading here. We're going to start off with some animal energy like I like to do, and then go right into the tarot. All right. Let's see, what is the animal energy for Capricorn for second half of May? Please and thank you. Energy for Capricorn second half of May. Yeah, I was getting this in your meditation too, truth be told. So we got the fire ant energy here. So just off the top here, for me, the fire ant is about filtering out others' expectations, opinions, and directives from your own. You might be really being called to be your own best counsel right now, right? Because this does not look entirely comfortable, right? This is like a surge, and in the middle, this is a lot of thoughts, opinions, people in your atmosphere, right? So you may be being called to just go within and do what works for you. And just, you can hear people's opinions and directives, you can ask for advice, but at the end of the day, go with what you feel and know to be true for what's best for you, okay? Getting a bit of a lone wolf feeling here, in a good way. All right. See what's going on with this fire ant energy. Okay, what's going on for Capricorns for second half of May? The moon. Let's talk about it. So first of all, I want to draw a little notice to something. See how these two circular, points in the middle? We do have a full moon in Scorpio coming up this weekend, which is all about releasing what no longer serves you and filtering out what is true and what is best for you. So you may be being called to be your own intuitive right now as well. So the moon represents intuition, the unconscious, the unknown, a call to embrace the unknown, right? And so this full moon coming up here in Scorpio could be very illuminating for you. Let's see what else is going on for my Capricorns. Ooh. All this circle action here. You've got two major arcanas coming up here, which just means you're in a place where, majors denote destined events, right? Can be a little intense as well. So the world is a completion of a cycle, right? Completion of a cycle. They're drawing my attention to this figure 8 here, the number 8, prosperity and abundance here. This is the number 18 card as well. 8 could be just very showing up for you a lot, seeing a lot of 8s. Or infinity symbols. But this is the completion of a cycle. Remember when we were talking about, releasing what is no longer serving under the influence of this full moon in Scorpio coming up here? And then we have the Scorpio represented as its fixed sign self that it is right here. That might be the name of the game. And you may be in a place where, maybe you usually talk to your best friends or your family or your partner for advice about what's no longer serving you or how to break free from restriction of some type, whether that's internal restriction that you're feeling or external restriction that you feel internally. Because this is a bit of a feeling of being trapped and overwhelmed. Okay, trapped and overwhelmed, right? And you may, want to go to others for advice, but I'm really getting this feeling here, and that's been the theme of these readings for this round, is to really seek your own advice and counsel. And when I say that, that is in tandem with your guides, your angels, God, whoever that is for you, okay? You're not ever really alone. I'm kind of getting this feeling that speaking to other humans about it is not necessarily going to produce the same helpful insight as it would as if you were to do this on your own with the help of your own celestial team, however that may be. Because you have to keep in mind, this full moon is going to affect everyone in a different way, this full moon in Scorpio. But even if you're asking other people for advice, they're probably going to be going through their own situation. So any advice they give you is going to be filtered through their own experience. Just remember that. All right, what else is going on for Capricorns? 9 of Wands. So, this is that, wounded warriors, we like to say with this card, but I love this because it's the opposite of giving up. It's like, yes, you're tired in the traditional deck, this poor dude has a bandage on his head, but he's going to keep on keeping on, so this is not giving up, but it is maybe a cause for pause. There is a feeling of, you may feel a little bit guarded, right? Guarded about, but I'm getting in this context, feeling guarded around making changes that you may feel instinctually need to be made. Why? Because they may rock the boat, right? But there is a feeling of weariness here of like, whoo. And then you've got the moon, the world, and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, okay, it's a little intense. You got the fire ant. Little intense energy for you guys. It's a bit intense. Let's get some more information here. Some more information. You know, I'm also hearing, you know, you may have a cause for pause where you just might want to take some time alone, right? To really kind of digest, well, ingest and then digest the directives that you're getting. Because I feel like you're going to start feeling a little overwhelmed and a little like, oh my God, I just have to filter out my own opinion and my own inner truth from those around me. There might be a lot of people who want to give you their 2 cents here. And you're being called to just like, okay, let me get my own 2 cents before I open it up to the, you know, the peanut gallery, as it were. Let's get a clarifier for this moon here. Well, that just kind of wanted to flip out here. So we got the 8 of Pentacles. You know, this is that going to work, putting the work in, work. Remember how I said 8 maybe coming up for you guys, and then you got the 8 of Pentacles here. You know, this is beautiful, and it does speak of actual work that you're doing, but this could also very much be inner work, but you guys could be in a place of the unknown around your actual work, right? Your source of income, I mean. Is what you're doing, is your current source of income also a source of joy and pleasure? Or is it are you part of a larger collective and you want that paycheck, you're scared to rock the boat a bit? Because you may have come to a place of completion where you're being called to move on to something new. Might be a bit scary. You might be having some fear around losing the momentum that you've already built, or losing what you have, or having to start at the beginning again, leaving a position that you've risen up the ranks through, but now you're like, oh, I think I've completed this cycle. But there's some fear within that. Let's get a clarifier for the world here. Wowza. So we got the 7 of, I mean, the moon is just here to say hello. So, you know, the 7 of Cups, you know what I like to say about this is oftentimes the descriptive of this key is feeling overwhelmed, but overwhelmed is not a real emotion. Overwhelmed is code for fear. Overwhelmed is really saying, I'm afraid. I'm afraid that I'm going to make the wrong decision. Right? But also think about this, because I really feel like there may be too many cooks in your kitchen right now, right? Okay, they're telling me this. If you are at a place where you're thinking about making a transition, whether this is a personal transition, a work transition, a relationship transition, whatever have you, and you're asking others for their advice, it could put you in this 7 of Cups thing, and you keep asking and you keep asking. That is a huge clue for you to consult with yourself and your own celestial team, again, whoever that is for you. Because, and I love how this is depicted in this particular deck, because we have the moon here, came up for you first here, right? And so it's like you're feeling, air quotes, overwhelmed or afraid of the unknown. How do we flip this to where the sun is on top? How do we get to that place of illumination? Let's just be the only cook in our kitchen for the moment. Let's just be the only cook in our kitchen. This has been kind of the theme, actually, of these readings this round. Because then we got judgment. Hi, judgment for the 9 of Wands, right? Judgment. This is really, you know, I feel like in this context, this can be about looking back so that you can look forward, but I really feel like this is about looking at things and yourself and your given circumstances, a snapshot of how they are, where you are right now. And then making moves and making changes based on that snapshot of the current energy. It's funny, because this really is about things from the past and looking back, and maybe for some of you, that could be the case, right? We all work differently, we all process differently, but I feel like this is taking a snapshot of where you are right now, because listen. Do you see with this Knight of Wands, how this wand down here, he's kind of like, okay, I'm going to pick it back up, but can I just like take a small nap? I feel like this is really looking at things and seeing them clearly in terms of your own path and on your own before you pick up that wand and put it into position again. But this is a cause for pause. I really feel like there may be, you know, too many cooks in the kitchen. You may be asking for a lot of advice. This can also be vice versa, and people are asking for your advice as well. This could be a collective energy. And it does feel like this collectively, where it's like we are seeking answers outside of ourselves. That's just what it feels like. And listen, there's a time and place for that, right? There absolutely is, when we're being called to talk to others and benefit from the wisdom of their experience. But sometimes we're being called to be our own intuitive here. And I feel like that's what's going on for you guys. You guys are at a place of transition. I think this full moon is going to bring things up where you're like, wow, I used to really love this. I used to be really excited about this. I used to feel like this person was it, like this situation, like this path, like this job was it. And now it doesn't feel like it once did. I might have outgrown it. But if I leave it behind, I'm going to lose all the progress I made climbing that ladder. Trust. Trust that if you follow your feeling, it will never steer you wrong, but it's got to be your feeling. Not the feeling you get after asking everybody for their own opinion, or people could be giving you unsolicited advice as well. Put those earmuffs on. Okay, earmuffs. Let's get an oracle for you guys, for my Capricorns. I just got frickin' chills. What did I just... Discernment. Speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. What did I just say about putting your earmuffs on? This is just, y'all, this is so gorge. And do you see the circle again here? This is discerning the truth from fiction. This is discerning what is right for you, right? I'm telling you, you're being called to be your own intuitive and your own best counsel right now. And how do we do that? We have to really find some quiet time to take a moment and just sit with energy that is just our own without introducing anyone else's energy into that field. It's just really important, is what I'm getting right now. Because let me put it to you this way. Do you ever get advice from someone that you really like, value their opinion? They've given you great advice in the past, whatever have you. And then they give you their advice, but it doesn't quite satiate. You don't quite feel like you're good. So then you ask someone else, and then they add a little bit more, but you don't quite feel. So then you go and you ask someone else, and then you may even ask an intuitive or a psychic, and it's like, oh, when that is happening, you are being called to be your own counselor. I'm telling you. Because the information that wants to come through to you is not going to come through a human meat suit body. Right? Because we are humans at the end of the day, right? It's going to come directly to you, a direct line to and for you from your celestial team, again, whoever that is for you. I'm hearing automatic writing. I think automatic writing could be very good, where it's like, I feel like something's got to shift. I feel like I've outgrown something or someone. What I wanted, what I thought I wanted, maybe isn't it. Maybe it looks differently. I don't know. I just heard there could be something with the employees around for some of you, co-workers or people who do what you do. Comparison being the thief of joy. I just heard that for a few of you. But I'm really hearing to take some time to really be in your own energy without exposing it or introducing anyone else into that field. Fire ant style, right? Let's get one more. I am feeling like, yeah, Archangel. Let's do it. But discernment, absolutely the name of the game. And sometimes we don't have control. Someone can just give us our 2 cents, and we can't literally put our earmuffs on because we don't want to be rude. You know, if that happens to you, you can either imagine yourself insulated in like a bubble, like an energetic bubble where it doesn't like come in and affect you. Because I do feel like you're in a sensitive place. I do. I just feel like you're extra receptive. This moon here is going to be very illuminating. You're going to be feeling very sensitive, kind of like a newborn baby, where you wouldn't expose a newborn baby to a toxic or harsh environment. Or you wouldn't even take when there's a newborn baby, you wait for people to come over and visit. Its immune system is not there yet. That kind of feels like where you are. You just want to be very gentle with yourself right now. and just keep your energy your own for the moment, right? But my point is, you can put yourself in a bubble if people are coming at you and giving you their 2 cents, or, and I'm just telling you from a personal sphere, you can also just play music in your head while they're talking. I know that sounds like a little rude, but if they're coming at you and you're just like, this is not aligning with me, with what I'm feeling, I need to listen to myself right now and not you. I know you're trying to help, but that ain't it. Because we still get affected, even if we don't want to, right? We're just, you just play music in your head. I'm just saying, do what you gotta do. Let's get a, I just got freaking chills. Did I not say that we're sensitive right now? Sensitivity. Archangel Haniel, which by the way is the angel of moon cycles. Archangel Haniel, you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. Hi. And that's what it is. Exit stage left, thank you very much. This is what it is. Moon cycle. I think this moon cycle, I'm telling you, I think it's going to bring a lot up for you. I think you really may be in need of some time alone, even if your initial instinct is to go and, medicate through social therapy, being around your girlfriends, your guy friends, your family, your partner, whatever. But I'm really feeling that you are extra sensitive, and you might get into a dynamic. You might literally call up a friend to go have a tea, and then you're sitting there, and normally you're keying and going back and forth, and it's great. But you may be sitting there going like, oh my God, what have I done? I haven't even ordered my tea, but I'm feeling everything they're feeling, and it's muddling what I'm feeling. I'm getting that for some of you who go to others for advice right now, they may need advice from you, and you may turn into needing to be the counselor for them. And it's like, oh, dang it. I need to be a counselor for me right now. I can't even be here for them right now. That's what I'm getting for you guys, because you are extra sensitive, and that goes both ways. Right? This moon cycle here, I would really take some time to just be on your own and keep your energy yours. I'm getting that in such a big way for you, Capricorns. Okay, my darlings? But what's on the other side of this is newness and completion and a more clear direction, okay? But you're really being called to be your own counselor and your own intuitive right now. Absolutely. Okay? That's the path of least resistance. This is the path of least resistance. Right? For you guys moving forward for this second half of May. All right, Capricorns, that is your second half of May general reading. I really hope that this was of help to you and resonated with you. If it wasn't, it did. Please let me know in the comments below. I would just love that. And also just thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for watching. But mostly just thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.